Hey everybody, welcome to another math video. For this one, I'll be going over how to add numbers in different bases. Okay, so primarily this was made for students that are taking math for elementary ed. And I just want to make a note that there is a change of base in logarithms, which this video is not focusing on, but I will be making another video based on logarithms for this specifically, so check that out later on. That one, I'm not sure when that's coming out, but anyway, let's get on with this one. So what we'll be doing, like I mentioned, is we'll be adding numbers in different bases. So if you need a refresher course on change of base, check out my other video on the basics for change of base values. Okay, so we'll start off with in base 10. So in base 10, which is what we use normally, it's just regular normal addition rules. Now when you add in different bases, you follow the normal addition rules. So one thing that you do have to make sure of, that the numbers you're adding are in the same base. So if you're adding a number in base 8 to a number in base 9, you can't combine them because they're in different bases. So you gotta convert one to a different base, or convert them both to base 10 and then change them to whatever base you need them to be in. Okay, now the third bullet point is the most important part here. If the sum reaches or exceeds the value of the base, then you have to convert that sum into whatever value it would turn into in that base. So I got a couple of examples here, like 7 in base 6 would be 1, 1, and 12 in base 5 would be 2, 2. Okay, and if you saw my other video on the basics, you would understand why I'm saying 1, 1, and 2, 2 instead of 11 and 22. So if you need a refresher, like I mentioned, just go back and check out that video. Okay, so here's our example, our first one here. What we'll do is we'll add, and it's just like regular addition in base 10. You start from the right side and go left. Okay, so we should get this here. And this is okay because, as you can see, the base is 9, and none of these values reach or exceed 9, so we're okay. Alright, so 1 plus 1 is 2, that's okay. 7 plus 1 is 8, we're still okay. And 6 plus 1 is 7. So that's pretty simple, straightforward. Okay, so let's try another one here. Okay, so starting from the right side again, we're in base 9. So 7 plus 2 is 9. So we have reached our base. So what we need to do is we need to convert this. So 9 base 9 is a 1, 0. So the 0 here comes down. And in base 10, what do we do when we have something extra? We carry it, right? So we do the same thing here. We carry it to the next column. And then we add again. So 2 plus 6 plus 1, that's 9. So same thing again, we need to convert that. So I'm going to drop down to the next line here. So this 0, we're not doing anything with it, so that's going to drop down. This 9 is going to convert again into a 1, 0. So the 0 drops down. And then we carry the 1 again to the next column. And then this column we just add. Same thing that we did earlier. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so that's the most confusing part about adding in different bases, is that when you reach your base, or it goes past your base, you have to convert that sum into a number in that base. So, for example, like for this one, we hit 9. So 9 in base 9 is 1, 0. Alright? So to sum all up, adding in different bases, we add them like we normally would, like in base 10. If the sum reaches or exceeds your base value, you have to convert that sum into a value in that base, just like we did in the example. And you can do that for any base, not just 9, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, all these different bases. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. Stay tuned for my next one, which I believe will be on subtraction and change of base. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.